Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, we got one more thing as far as the DNC goes. Tonight's a big night, I guess. Obama's will give his speech, I guess.
Yep, he's going to get up there and give a little speech.
But we did have Mayor Menino. He talked. Thank God for Anthony tweeting that Menino's speech was on C-SPAN, so I went right there.
Oh, you got to go to the C-SPAN website and see what the schedule is for the Democratic National Convention, and you see when all the speakers go on. I'm surprised they keep it pretty tight, this schedule, and I saw Menino was up at 5:30. Figured people did not want to miss it.
The big news networks aren't talking about Mayor Menino's speech.
No.
He didn't knock the doors down, you don't think?
Wow.
What did Sam say? You cut up this
Hopefully
audio.
I resign.
Besides that,
How dare you?
what was your observation on Mayor Menino?
Well, I think you guys were definitely right about people not being so desensitized to him as we are, because we've heard the absolute worst, like not even English. The thing about this speech I found was there were a few flubs here and there and mumbles and stuff, but he completely lost the audience as the speech went on.
Totally.
And like you could hear, if you really listened, you hear the points he's making, and if another politician had said it, that would be the point where everybody goes, woo!
Yeah.
Like an applause break or something, right?
Exactly, but nobody knew that was their cue.
Right. He's so bad at speaking and getting the crowd behind him.
Right, so you can hear him stop, and you can hear what he's saying, and there's silence, and then he just moves on to the next thing.
He's terrible.
Awful.
It really is bad. I don't.
He's been doing it for so long. I don't understand how he could be that bad at public speaking.
I don't understand.
He really needs like a whole thing to happen like the King's speech. He needs that in his life maybe to help him out.
Well, we had Jeffrey Rush in here. We should have said, hey, we got a job for you.
Yeah.
Go up to Boston. Help us out.
Boston.
So we got a few clips.
Yeah.
Over the yes.
Good evening, fellow Democrats.
Just to hear right off the bat.
Good evening, fellow Democrats.
And you can hear those.
He doesn't even have mic technique after all these years.
It's terrible.
And he doesn't think about what he's saying. Like, you can hear in that pause, his brain wanted to say fellow Americans.
Yes,
But in his head, he also wanted to say fellow Democrats. So he had to stop himself.
Right.
And then he got to make sure he wasn't saying Republican. Like, he just does it.
He doesn't even know how close he's supposed to be to the mic. That's like us starting the show every morning, like, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Right. Like, how do you not know how to use a mic?
He's a dunce.
Oh, he is.
He's just so intrusive.
Yeah, he is.
Good evening, fellow Democrats and fellow Americans.
Aren't they one and the same? Aren't they one and the same?
And fellow people.
And fellow Americans.
And fellow humans.
Fellow people with ears and heads. All right, just say everybody. Hi.
Fellow earthlings.
He talked for 6.5 minutes, and he's filling time by adding Americans to Democrats.
Fellow people in our solar system. Fellow people in our galaxy. Fellow people in our universe.
Right. Get it.
Good evening, fellow Democrats.
You know we got to play it another 5 times.
Of course. Oh, he's great.
What is he holding down a belch?
Doesn't sound like that.
Little acid reflux?
He sounds like a kid who just got shoved out onto the stage in front of the microphone. Talk! His abusive father, talk!
Good evening, fellow Democrats and fellow Americans. I come from Boston.
Yeah.
We launched a revolution. We first sent John Kennedy to Congress. There were millions of students have come to study, including a great American named Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, my God. Martin Luther King Jr.
I'm trying to appeal to the colored people here.
What an embarrassment.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Having
I
a tough
thought
time.
I thought this wasn't that bad when I was watching it live, but now I realize I just got used to this.
You're just used to him. Yeah.
And please put him in the context of what happened later in the night. Put him in the context of Bill Clinton's speech.
Sure.
and then this speech.
I think it's pretty close.
Fantastic.
I think
No,
he's a
it's
close second to
very
Clinton's
different.
speech.
Oh, was it?
Menino talks more about Boston.
Boston.
I know all Americans are proud to carry the torch of progress. And in Boston, we take that job very seriously.
He is a dud publicly.
He's horrible.
Great America.
They seem to like him up there.
In Boston, they do, but this is how he does on a national scale. Like, when you put him in front of people who aren't from Boston, he's just a fucking mumbling idiot.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear from him.
Josh in Philadelphia, he needs commas. Yeah, because we started a revolution.
But his campaign values aren't Boston values. Because in Boston,
What is he doing?
in large part,
He's trying to be a dynamic speaker. He's trying to, like, get the inflection. In large part.